2 minutes away. Okay. Hey Douglas, what's going on?
Trunk accessible?
Yeah. By the way, you know this is an Uber share, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, my backpack is just huge.
No,
so
I got you.
having other people get in sometimes is like, oh crap.
Oh, I got you. That makes more sense.
I usually don't carry active mail.
It's only 12 minutes, but if you need phone chargers, they're down by your feet.
Thank you, sir. What mix is this?
They're all the big booty mixes. Have you heard of it?
No.
I hate the name, but it's all mainstream music with an EDM twist.
Yeah. Oh, I was more like asking, like, do you happen to know
The number?
the musician?
Yeah, it's called Two Friends. So that like the musician is Two Friends. They played at they DJ'd at Coachella recently.
I think I saw them actually a long time ago.
Yeah, and then these mixes, which was 24 of them, they're an hour long. Are
mega mix.
yeah. I mean that way. I mean I listen to the 11th through the 24th. I listen to the same song like every 18 hours. You know, like the same 30-second clip, so
Yeah.
I don't get bored as hell. You know, it's yeah. But somebody just yesterday got me into Medallic EDM, which I didn't even know about.
Oh, melodic?
I thought it was melodic, but she corrected me
Medallic.
and she said Medallic.
Okay.
Basically, it's like Lo-Fi Girl, but EDM. She wrote that somewhere in the book back there.
Yeah, so like...
Man, I wish I knew what page. If you want to, that book has yellow tabs on it. So she somewhere at one of those yellow tabs talked about the Medallic EDM, and she wrote down 2 artists that her and I listened to that were awesome.
Wow, this is really cool. I've never seen such a thing.
Yeah, that's the 3rd volume. I'm about ready to paint my 4th cover and
That is really
start that.
super engaging.
That's the name of the game, you know. I mean, talking is tipping, and this job is super boring if people don't engage.
No, for sure. Like, usually I like when I get in, I'll usually sit in the front.
Yeah.
But lately it's been like, most of the rides I get, I go to like the front door and then they'll have stuff in the front seat.
Yeah.
Kind of signifying like you don't sit.
That's funny to me.
And like me, I like to sit in the front to like, you know, make the driver feel like, you know, like you're not a chauffeur, you're not a person, and you know, I'm getting a ride from you.
I love it. I mean, in 2 weeks, I've only had 2 people sit in front, and they were almost back to back yesterday.
Happen to know anybody like renting out like an efficiency?
An actual efficiency? No.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, I've been living out my car for the past 2 years, and like at first it wasn't, I had a situation happen and I was forced to do it.
Yeah.
And after like several months, I was like, you know what? Like I'm kind of cool with this because I had a mid-size SUV and I had like a bed set up in the back to lay the seats down, and I was like, at the point I was just like, I don't like paying rent anymore. Like this is nice. And I recently got into a car accident. And my car is stolen now. So I've been trying to like figure something out. I've been like wanting to get a van, but
what are you looking for here? You want to live here?
I would like to get a van. I would like to get out of Florida.
No. I mean, you're asking about an efficiency.
Yeah. Like that's simply like I would like to find something. Like I don't want to pay rent, but it's one of the situations where I'm like, maybe I should because I have like other things that I can make finances off of by having a home.
Yeah.
That things I couldn't do with my car. Yeah. It's one of those. I'm kind of like weighing the options, and like doing Uber is a good way to just meet random people and like the way things. There's divine timing. It's always good to ask people if they have any kind of knowledge.
Dude, it is crazy that you call it divine timing because I'm gonna use that now. That's like, I the way I explain that is like several sentences, but that is what this job is.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure I miss a lot, but there's times that I've desperately needed people, and it's the right person. It's the right person, the right conversation to get them to say this, and then they tell me,
I don't know if you're like spiritual at all, but I get the vibe that you're a very conscious person, very observant of the actual reality around you and stuff.
It's something I've recently fallen in love with Uber.
Beautiful. Yeah. It's just divine timing. It's just like the universe, the chaos of the universe coinciding to make the little whirlpools of corner to propel you in the right direction in the timeline that you wish to be on.
I drove for Uber for 3 years, and after the first 6 months, I understood what people meant, that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I thought I loved other jobs. I did not love them compared to this. This job, I'm blown away that if you set your mind to it, this is easily $60,000 a year, easily. And 1 year, I recorded and made a YouTube video of it that it was $102,000. Now that wasn't a fun life, that was 70 hours, but I had life happen to me, and I couldn't drive for Uber. Now this whole time that I was driving for Uber, I was very scared, almost like people are scared of dying, but I was scared of one day Uber's not going to be there, because you can get fired for anything. A girl can say I did something, and even though I have a recording, it doesn't matter. Elon could make robots, whatever. Yeah, and I was like scared for my future because, not that I spent so much time doing this and not a real skill set, but that I wouldn't be able to enjoy life consequence-free, responsibility-free. Like all these people, I don't have responsibility over. The coolest people I've ever met, worst people I've ever met, they're just out there in the ether. And it happened to me, and I lost Uber. Well, I totaled my car, and I just kind of day drink for a couple months because the city was going to pay me. It was the city streets. Yeah. They were going to pay me out like 17 grand for a car that was only worth 3. Nice. But I waited 3 months and it never happened. So not only did I spend a few grand, 4 or 5 grand, just fucking around and paying rent, but not making any money, because I thought I was going to get this 17. Yeah. But because I tried to go finance a car, and I was no income, no provable income for 3.5 months because I didn't work. Yeah. I totally fucked myself over. I realized that it's going to be so long before I ever drive for Uber again. I was losing my happiness fast. My brother, I had him living with me because he went through a breakup, and I just spiraled, and it hurt. It turned into lots of drinking, showering once a week, like not giving a fuck. Yeah. And I honestly didn't think I'd ever get back here. So this is my 2nd week back.
Beautiful.
And
glad you're back, brother.
Dude, I cannot help in between rides just marvel at what this animal is. Yeah. It's to the point where I know that I'm driving graveyard shift, and this is when I drive graveyard, these people for the most part are doing what they want to do, not what they have to do. Exactly. The daytime is what you have to do.
Exactly.
And I get that I really have no shot at a girlfriend and kids if I wanted them at these hours.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday through Sunday. Like, when do people go out? When do they sleep? Unless it's a nurse.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't want it to end. And the stories and the emotions and I get people on the worst day of their lives, the best day of their lives. You know, it's been wild.
In my viewings of the way souls and stuff work in the astral realm, I feel you're an angel, brother.
Thank you, dude. I'm not who I was 4 years ago, not who I am today.
Yeah.
I'm built by people like you, dude.
I mean, it's usually, usually the unconscious ones are the ones that are troubled the most, but that's because we're not used to being here.
Yeah.
But we're here to help people. And that's what you're doing.
Dude, that's awesome. That's an awesome way to say it.
Check out the book. It's called Journey of Souls.
Journey of
It's
Souls?
about past life regression therapy. And
Okay.
It's basically like you get put into it's called superconscious state. It's a hypnotherapy
Okay.
session. And basically it strips away the mind and the ego, leaving the subconscious to speak. The subconscious is essentially
I'm learning
soul.
about this. Dude, I thought I was against all this.
Yeah.
My first step was somebody teaching me what an empath was because they were telling me I was one. And I started looking into that, and it's...
if you have Spotify Premium, it's on audiobooks in Spotify. Definitely check it out if you don't want to read it. Get an audiobook. But yeah,
Thanks for the words, dude. Thanks for the words.
Open some things up.
Oh yeah, that's right. You still got your backpack.
Very good. All I do is try to spread this knowledge and help, make people realize their place in a better light.
That's what it's all about, dude.
Even though I'm not doing the greatest either, I'm fucking homeless right now.
Have a good one, dude. Good luck.